I'm Lena Hart, 30, living alone in Austin. This year I threw myself a birthday party, not for fun, but to see if my family still remembered the day I was born. I rented a corner at a bar south of the city and taped childhood photos to the wall. A red velvet cake sat on the table beside sealed thank you cards. I'd invited my mom, my stepdad Rick, and my half-siblings, Chloe and Evan. Everyone got the invite, nobody answered. I arrived early and took a seat near the bar where the light was soft. 7 o'clock, no texts, no calls, 8, nothing. The bartender poured me plum wine and said, "Maybe they're running late." I smiled like I believed him. 9 came, sharp as a snapped thread. Still no one. I cut a slice of cake and ate slowly, not because it tasted good, but because I couldn't stand the idea of it looking abandoned. I opened my phone, typed a cheerful post, then deleted it before anyone could pity me. At 10, I packed the photos back into my bag, tipped too much, and walked home. In bed, I stared at the ceiling and felt the bruise deepen. It wasn't their absence, it was my hope, still showing up on time. A week later, the family group chat flashed while I worked. "Rick's 55th at Pacific Shores Resort," Mom wrote. $1,200 per person, send by Friday, love you. Chloe, sent. Evan, paid. No apology. No mention of my birthday, just money wrapped in the word love. I sent $1 with the note. Happy birthday. Then I blocked every number and called a locksmith, because my mother never lets go without trying to pry. 2 days later, I was working at my usual coffee shop when a bank alert flashed. Suspicious login from a new device. My stomach dropped. The joint account, kept alive by habit and guilt, showed access attempts. I called the bank, asked for fraud, and spoke without softness. Freeze it right then. Move the remaining funds into my personal account. New passwords, new verification, no shared recovery methods. That night, unknown numbers called again and again. Then texts, "Answer me. What are you doing? Open the door." I powered my phone down and sat very still, listening to the quiet behind my new locks. Friday evening, the doorbell went sharp and urgent. On the security cam, 2 uniformed officers waited in my hallway. I opened the door on the chain. "Are you Lena Hart?" the taller one asked. "We received a missing person report. Your family says you're unstable and possibly at risk." The word missing hit harder than I expected, because it meant they'd turned my silence into an emergency they could control. "I'm safe," I said. "I cut contact. They tried to get into my accounts." The younger officer asked for proof I was okay. I showed my work dashboard and a live meeting. Their shoulders eased. "We don't mediate family matters," the taller one said. "But if they keep contacting you, consider a restraining order." When the door shut, my apartment felt like a boundary drawn in ink. Saturday at noon, as coffee dripped into the pot, the door shook under angry pounding. On the screen, Mom, Rick, Chloe, Evan, stacked close, faces tight. I pressed the intercom. "What do you want?" I opened the door on the chain. Mom, Marla, stood closest. Rick hovered behind her. Chloe's phone was already up. "Open it," Mom said. "No," Rick tried the soft voice. "We're worried." "You called the police because I stopped answering," I said. "You missed my birthday. Then you tried my account. Then you asked for $1,200 ahead, like love has a price." Mom's face tightened. "After all we've done..." I slid a folded paper through the gap. "My attorney's notice. And don't touch the Lake Travis house I co-signed. Any refinance without me becomes a sale." They left swearing. That night, a bank alert popped up anyway. "Refinance request pending." I called my lawyer. It was blocked. My accountant pulled 6 years of transfers and built a spreadsheet. Dates, amounts, receipts. I reopened the group chat once, attached it, and typed 5 words. "Pay it back, all of it." Strangers' numbers flooded in. I stayed quiet. 2 weeks later, they agreed to list the house fast and wire my share. The money arrived cold and complete. When it cleared, I changed my last shared passwords and sat on my kitchen floor, steady. The locks clicked like punctuation, and the silence felt clean, not lonely. Months later, at a bowling alley, I saw Rick 2 lanes over, thinner, gray at the temples. He walked over, empty-handed. "I'm sorry," he said. "I let it happen. I didn't forgive or fight." I shook his hand, equal at last, and walked out into the Austin night, breathing like my life belonged to me.